Welcome back to chapter 24, Dispersion of Light, Electromagnetic Spectrum. The first question, the visible part of light consists of the following colors. The visible part of light consists of, write down, capital letter R, capital letter O, capital letter Y, capital letter G, capital letter B, capital letter I, capital letter V. Okay? Now, the visible part of light consists of the following color. You could see RO, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So your correct answer is option B. Option B. You have your red, green, although it's not arranged, but option B is the correct one. But there's no such thing as ultraviolet there. Okay. Then just after violet, you get ultraviolet. Just before red, you get infrared. The angular dispersion of a prism depends on the angle of incidence as well as the index of refraction. Option B. Now I want us to jot down the angular dispersion. It depends on the following. Number one, angle of incidence of the incoming light. Number two, refractive index of the material prism. Number three, refracting angle of the prism. Number four, refraction index of the surrounding. So number two is option B. Number three, of the following which is different from the others. Of the following which is different from the others. I want us to write down electromagnetic spectrum. Right? Gamma ray, then put an arrow in front of it. X-ray, put an arrow. Ultraviolet ray, put an arrow. Visible light, put an arrow. Infrared rays, put an arrow. Microwaves, put an arrow. And lastly, radio waves. Now, write this down. Gamma ray has the shortest wavelength but the highest frequency, while radio wave has the longest wavelength but lowest frequency. Number four. So number three, which of the following, which of this is different? The one that is not part of it. 3 is option C. Cathode ray is not part of it. 4. Which of the following electromagnetic wave has the shortest wavelength? The one with the shortest wavelength is the X-ray. According to the electromagnetic spectrum I just made mention of just now. X-ray. 5. In sunlight, a blue flower looks blue because we see the flower by the light it reflects. 5 is E. We see it by the light it reflects. 6. The range of wavelength of a visible spectrum is 400 nanometer to 700 nanometer. The wavelength of gamma ray is around shorter than 400 nanometer. Option D. 7. Which of the following arrangements in the sequence shown can be used to obtain a pure spectrum of white light? The following arrangement. So you first have your source. A is your source. B is your slit. C is the lens. D, you have a prism. E is the second lens, and F, you have your screen. So number 7 is option A. Source, slit, lens, prism, lens again, then screen. Notice the two lenses are converging lens. So number 8. What is the apparent color of a red shirt when viewed in a pure green light? You get a black. Because the green light will be completely absorbed and nothing will be reflected, so you get black. Number 9, Roy Beef. The spectrum of white light consists of colored light arranged in the following order. The spectrum of white light consists of colored light arranged in the following order. Number 9 is option B. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Number 10. A narrow beam of white light can be split into different colors by a glass prism. The correct explanation is that different colors of light travels with different speed in glass. Option D. 11. In which of the following arrangement is the wavelength in an increasing order? The wavelength is in an increasing order. 11 is option B. Gamma, X-ray, infrared ray, radio waves is having the highest wavelength but the shortest frequency. 12. When white light is dispersed by a spectrum, the component having the shortest wavelength is number, I think that's number 12. The component with the shortest wavelength to be 11. We saw 11 is options. Wait, we did 10. Splitting. A narrow beam of light can split into, okay, we say 10 is option D. Different colors of white light travel with different speed in glass. 11. In which of the following arrangement is the wavelength in an increasing order? Gamma, X-ray, infrared rays, and radio wave. 12. When white light is dispersed by a spectrum, the component having the shortest wavelength is the violet, orange, green, violet, and red. Violet. Which of the following statement is true of, okay, I would like to explain this. Let me explain this number 12. When white light is dispersed by spectrum, the component having, remember I say Roy-Beeve, okay? Remember we did Roy-Beeve. So they gave us green, orange, red. The correct answer is, they say which of the following is having the shortest wavelength. Remember, all right, here's it. Here's the order of increase. Here's the increasing order of wavelength. Gamma is the least. X-ray, ultraviolet, visible light, infrared rays, microwaves, and radio waves. Radio wave has the highest. Radio wave has the highest or the longest wavelength. You see, so when you get orange, green, and red, all these orange, green, and red, they are found in between the infrared. They are found in between the infrared and the ultraviolet, and they call them visible light. So in between the infrared and the ultraviolet. So when they say the least or the shortest wavelength, we'll go with ultraviolet, because ultraviolet just after gamma, X-ray, then ultraviolet in terms of least wavelength before visible light. So all of them here, ultraviolet will come before them, so they actually have higher wavelengths than ultraviolet. 13. Which of the following 13. Which of the following statement is true of ultraviolet, visible, and infrared ray? 13. Which of them is true? Ultraviolet rays have shorter wavelengths, you see, than infrared rays and produce fluorescence than infrared rays. Do not forget, you have ultraviolet, then you have visible light before you have infrared. Before you have ultraviolet, visible light, then you have infrared. Ultraviolet, visible light before you have infrared rays. So which of the following statements is true of ultraviolet, visible, and infrared ray? They are talking about all three of them. The correct answer would be, let me see the options. Ultraviolet rays have shorter wavelength. Don't forget, ultraviolet is closer to gamma rays, shorter than infrared rays, and produce fluorescence. Option B. Number 14. E, F, and G are yellow and red and signal transparent light filter respectively. The color of the white opaque object when viewed through the arrangement of the filter above is 14 is black. It's black. You're having white light, then you have between red and green. Okay, note this, yellow filter absorbs blue, while the red one, yellow filter, this yellow here, go absorb blue, while the red absorbs green, and signal is actually blue and green. So signal is blue and green, and it absorbs red. It will absorb the red color. Hence, what will be left to be black color. I'll go again. The yellow filter absorbs blue. The red absorbs green, and the signal is actually a combination of blue and green color. Would absorb the red. So what will be left to see is black. Next. A spectrum of sunlight is said to be impure when the different colors in it overlap. Option C. 16. When a yellow card is observed through a blue glass, the card would appear black. 17. Dispersion of light by a glass prism is due to different speed of various colors in light. 18. Which of the following pair is not part of the electromagnetic spectrum? It's not part of them. Oh. It's not part of them. This beta no dey part of them. 18. I and alpha. Alpha and beta are not part of them. Option D. 19. When light is incident on an object which is magenta in color, which of the colors can be absorbed? Magenta. Magenta is blue and red. Blue and red. Hence, green is absorbed while red and blue are reflected. 19 is B. When light is incident on an object which is magenta in color, which of the following colors are absorbed? 19. Green. Because blue and red now will give you that color green. So green is absorbed while red and blue are reflected. Also, you should write this down. Cyan, Cyan, equals blue and green. Blue and green equals cyan. Yellow equals red and green. 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 So cyan is just like blue-green algae. Blue-green algae. Blue and red gives us cyan. Blue and green give us cyan. Blue and green give us cyan. Why red and green will give us yellow. That's the combination. 20. Which of the following arrangements of the component of electromagnetic spectrum is in ascending order of their wavelength? Ascending order of their wavelength. Gamma go dey at the least. 20. Let's see. Option B, gamma X-ray, ultraviolet, infrared. Option B. 20 is option B. 21. Which of the following correctly explain why a green leaf appear green in a bright daylight? 21 is 21 you have 21 I and I only. And what are those I and I only? 2 and 3. It absorbs all colors in sunlight except green, and it also reflects only the green component of the light. 21 is option D. 22. Which of the figure below illustrate the dispersion of white light through a triangular prism? Which of them illustrate it? But before you go, let's jot this down. Black surface absorbs all color falling on it. Black surface absorbs all color falling on it. So 23. Let me see. Option A, no. You have your screen. You're having your option C. Option C. Because the splitting of the light will occur at the first air to glass interface, not at the second one. So option C. Number 23 is option C. 24. Which of the following pairs of color gives the widest separation in the spectrum of white light? Which of the following give the red and violet? Option A. 25. The colors seen in a thin film of oil on the road and in soap bubbles are due to interference. 26. The electromagnetic waves that are sensitive to temperature change are X-ray. Option A. 27. Which of the following are true about infrared radiation? Which of the following are true about infrared radiation? Let's see. Infrared radiation. It is invisible. 1. It is invisible. 1. It is called heat ray. 2. Its frequency is higher than that of blue light, and it travels as a transverse wave. 27 is option A. All right. we stopped at okay, 27. Which of the following? Okay, all of them. It's invisible. It is called heat ray. Its frequency is higher than that of the blue light. It travels as a transverse wave. 27 is option A. 28. Which of the following electromagnetic wave is least energetic? 28 is least energetic. Gamma ray is least energetic. 29. The colors seen in a soap bubble are due to interference. Option A. Similar thing was repeated. Question. The next 30. Which of the following pairs of light rays shows the widest separation in the spectrum of white light? Green and yellow. Green and yellow. Right, Roy Beef. They say which of the following pair of light ray shows the widest separation in the spectrum of white light? 30 is option A, green and yellow. 31. The production of pure 31. The production of pure spectrum could easily be achieved using triangular prism with two convex lenses. Do not forget, you get your slit, you get your lens, you get your prism, just like that. Then you have a screen at the end. We've touched that one already. Which of the following is a secondary color? 32. Right, red, blue, and green are primary colors. Next, primary colors cannot be obtained by adding two or more colors. So let's write, in light you get red, blue, and green as your primary color, but in paint you have blue, red, and yellow. Next, secondary color is obtained by adding two primary color. In light, magenta equals red plus blue, cyan equals blue plus green, yellow equals blue, cyan equals blue plus green, yellow equals red plus green. Then in paint, purple equals red plus blue, green equals blue plus yellow, and orange equals red plus yellow. Red plus yellow. So green plus magenta equals white. Next one, green plus magenta equals white. Next, blue plus yellow also equals white. And lastly, red plus cyan equals white. Go through it, study it. You see how those secondary color that was given, when you add them again, you get white. You get. Let's go next. 33. Dispersion occurs when white light passes through a glass prism because of the different speed of the color in the glass. 33 is option A. 34. Which of the following electromagnetic wave has the highest frequency? 34 is X-ray. 35. When a red rose flower is observed in a blue light, what color does the observer see? Red and blue. Go and check that color listing. You see what they see. Red and blue. Let's go back and see. Check your note now. Red and blue. Red and blue. And they say when a red rose flower is observed in blue light, what color does the observer see? What color does the observer see? The first thing you need to note is that the red flower would absorb the blue light to produce a black appearance of the flower. So there's no black there. Now, additive color mixing does not actually appear. It doesn't apply in this question because some other person will go and say the answer is magenta. Do your study much more. Probably we'll see you in the group. Then we'll make explanations to that effect due to time. So the video is not too long. It's already long. Dispersion of white light is the ability of white light to separate to its component. Option D. 37. The angle of deviation of light of various color passing through a triangular prism increases in the order of 37. It increases in the order. Let's go again. That question. Red, green, blue. Option A. 37 is option A. 38. A pure spectrum could be produced using triangular prism, glass prism with two convex lenses. This question is repeated. 39. What happens when a beam of white light is passed through a triangular prism? dispersion occurs. 40. The optical phenomena responsible for rainbow. The reason why rainbow they happen and they ask you are because of dispersion of light. Dispersion of light. Right. When white light from the sun would pass through rain or raindrops hanging in the air, it is dispersed to form rainbow color or visible rainbow. If you've gotten to this point, well done. Anything you don't feel jot, you don't try. The next thing I want you to do, I want you to snap and send your jottings to the group. The link to the group will be left in the description box of this video. If this is your first time coming across any of our clip, please be notified. We run sessions where we coach students. Want to be part of it for entrance exams, JAMB, College of Nursing entrance exams, post-UTME. You could use the link in the description box to reach out to us. Then you could enroll. The purpose of this video first is for acquittance. The next drill will be done on the group where we'll explain further and also make clarity before we take test. Thanks for coming this far. If you've not subscribed yet, kindly do well to just click on the subscription button. It will go a long way to help us in order to continue producing this or making these videos. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.